Kamala Harris, you are as fake as press-on nails, and I can see right through you. Let me help you out with something, because maybe somebody must not have told you. On TV and on every interview, giving the same tired answer. So let me just help you out. When you are asked a question, why don't you try answering the question? People are not stupid. We can tell when you're dancing around the issue instead of answering the question. When you're asked, are people better off now or during Donald Trump's presidency? When you're asked about the border or your policies on immigration, answer the question. We don't care about your middle class upbringing. We don't care that your mama had to save up to buy a house. We don't care about your summer job at McDonald's. We don't care about the lawns of the neighborhood that you lived in and how everybody took care of their lawn.
Welcome back, warriors. It's me, Linda B. Thank you all so much for joining me here today. Today, you all know about Kamala Harris being interviewed by Oprah. Yes, she tried it. She really tried, but she could not avoid what she normally serves up for dinner. But before we get into it, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell, watch it to the end. Now, let's get back into it. So, Kamala Harris, now she's sitting down with Oprah, and you all know that people have been giving her a hard time about the fact that she really doesn't answer questions. Well, she's been doing interviews lately. She has been doing so-called one-on-one interviews, but are they hardball interviews or are they softball interviews that are in friendly territory? You know, that's something else that needs to be addressed. And in this video, I want all of you to pay attention to how she is actually answering these questions. Is she truly answering the question? Because some folks, they don't believe that she's doing that.
Kamala Harris, you are as fake as press-on nails, and I can see right through you. Let me help you out with something, because maybe somebody must not have told you. On TV and on every interview, giving the same tired answer. So let me just help you out. When you are asked a question, why don't you try answering the question? People are not stupid. We can tell when you're dancing around the issue instead of answering the question. When you're asked, are people better off now or during Donald Trump's presidency? When you're asked about the border or your policies on immigration, answer the question. We don't care about your middle class upbringing. We don't care that your mama had to save up to buy a house. We don't care about your summer job at McDonald's. We don't care about the lawns of the neighborhood that you lived in and how everybody took care of their lawn. That does not matter to me, and it doesn't matter to anybody else. I want you to answer the question, because if people, my mind is already made up too, Kamala, because I can see right through you and I know that you fake. But for somebody else whose mind is not made up, let me just help you out. Answer the question so that they can decide between you and your opponent. I don't know if you're just trying to paint him as the villain and try to skate by to be like you the hero or a nice person. We don't care about that, because being a hero and voting for the nice person is not what pays the bills. You understand what I'm saying? We can see through you. And now that fake black accent that you keep doing, girl, you need to stop, because you know good and well that you ain't got no black accent. You know good and well that you was born from San Francisco and in Canada. Where you get that black accent from? Stop doing that, trying to be relatable. This does not make you relatable. It makes you look fake. And those of us like me, we can see through that. We can see through that. We can see through every interview that you do, that instead of answering the questions that are on the minds of the millions of American people who have the power to elect you to the highest office in the land, you're dancing around the issue. And you want to talk about how you was born a middle-class kid and how your mother had to save up to buy a house. I don't care, Kamala. So just to recap, stop dancing around the issue. Answer the question. If you're going to do an interview, answer a question that you are asked at the interview.
Yes, Kamala Harris, answer the question, girl. Can you do that? She said everything that's on a lot of people's mind. Can she answer a question?
My work and my career has always been about saying, let's fix problems. Let's address the needs, because we know it's within our capacity to do that.
So to answer Justin's question, now that that bill has gone and hasn't passed, will you reintroduce that?
Absolutely.
Did you notice that Oprah Winfrey had to step in and say, to answer his question? You know, she's not This woman, I'm telling you, she's not answering people's questions. And it was a disaster. I'm not sure what question they were talking about. Maybe it's about the border, because a lot of the questions are around the border. And here we have another little snippet right here.
And this movement that we're in about, as I like to say, seeing in the face of a stranger a neighbor.
Yes.
Right? And
Look at this, guys. You see at the bottom of the screen, on the floor, we have actual people in person, but up in the stands, you see these are all screens. This is done virtually. So there are a few people. This is in Michigan, as you know, which is a key battleground state. If anyone is a true, serious voter who really is concerned about their life, how they're going to pay for groceries, how they're going to put gas in the car, how they're going to educate their children, and the border being safe, the speeches that Kamala Harris gives, they sound good. Oh, just to see everyone as a neighbor. Just look in the face as a neighbor. And Oprah Winfrey, yes, just eating up all the leftist BS. We want to know how you're going to fix things, because right now you're currently the one in office who is personally responsible for the mess that we are in. And see, she doesn't go into unfriendly territory. Oprah Winfrey is a clefty lefty. She is going to let Kamala Harris get away with any and all BS, and has since endorsed Kamala Harris after this awkward, disastrous so-called interview. And yet people who are just leaning that way anyway, Oprah Winfrey, who is not a conservative person, she has always endorsed the Democrats, the Democrats, and every clefty lefty policy. All right, this is from the homelandhouse.gov website. I'll have all links in the description below. This is a fact sheet. Final fiscal year 23 numbers show worst year at America's border ever. Okay, this is dated October 26, 23. So it says, today, the House Committee on Homeland Security released its latest startling stats fact sheet outlining U.S. Customs and Border Protection's September and fiscal year 2023 border encounter data. In the final year of the fiscal year 2023, CBP recorded 269,735 encounters at the southwest border, marking another unprecedented milestone under Department of Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas and President Joe Biden's open borders policies. This monthly number also represents an 86% increase from June of 2023. Now, from June 2023 until October 2023, we're talking, 4 months, we've seen an 86% increase. When the Biden administration celebrated a short-lived drop in illegal crossings following the end of Title 42. The annual numbers proved just as catastrophic. In fiscal year 23, CBP recorded more than 2.4 million encounters at the southwest border and more than 3.2 million encounters nationwide. Just this fiscal year, 169 individuals on the terrorist watch list were apprehended attempting to enter the country illegally, and at least 1.7 million known gotaways have evaded apprehension since fiscal year 2021. Americans did not need more proof that Biden and Mayorkas' post-Title 42 strategy had failed, but unfortunately, that's exactly what we have gotten. And Title 42 is their immigration bill. Yes, they were supposedly trying to get an immigration bill going. That's what they're talking about, Title 42. But the numbers that says this administration has been in office, okay, are startlingly horrible. And we got a person, the border czar, who is running for president, the highest office in the land. Lord have mercy. What are we up to as a country? And if you all do not know, they're having a meeting this weekend. The UN and World Health Organization, which is controlled by China, that could possibly lead to our country losing its sovereignty. That's going on this weekend. They're not reporting about it in the news, but I have done a live stream on it. You guys need to go check out my lives and get informed on what is actually going on out there under this administration, which wants to continue its disastrous policies. And Oprah Winfrey wasn't going to ask Kamala Harris so any hard pushbacks. Because if you think about it, 3.5 years, a little over 3.5 years have gone by. And everything is crazy. You got people being dragged out of their homes in Colorado with the Venezuelan gangs. You've got Haitians running around doing what they're doing, practicing their religion that they do in their country. People are all on the local news complaining about their pets. Yes, I know it sounded crazy when Donald Trump brought it up, but you can go to it and find it very easily on X. Yes, you can. So you all, let's be prayerful about everything. We know we got an important election coming up, and we don't want anybody giving us flowery around the roses answers. We want specific answers to what our questions are, Kamala Harris. I've already made up my mind. You already know, because I already know she's full of BS. Helpful. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. You all be blessed. Love God, your families, these United States of America. And as they always say, march on, warriors.